Hello and welcome to the Canis Club. You are now entering the Canis Club. Today we're going to talk about the Sapphire Stone Firmament Expanse, also known as the Heavenly Tablets. We see this also in the Apocalypse of Abraham, where he stands on this sapphire stone, this expanse, and is instructed to look down. And through looking down, he sees all of creation, past, present, and future, animation of creation, all potentialities, realities, time and space in real time. What I want you to understand about this sapphire stone, the sapphire stone not only is a precious crystal, this is the expanse. This is the sea of glass. Both in those descriptions of the expanse of the firmament is always called something of the like of a crystal, of the likeness of the sky in heaven, you see. So whether lapis lazuli or sapphire stone, a sea of glass resembles sky in heaven, it's talking about the expanse, the firmament. Now, this firmament has technological capabilities, technological powers, mechanics that's weaved into it, as I described with the Apocalypse of Abraham, where he's looking down through this firmament, this expanse. Now, all of time and space, and they are correlated. Where you have space, you have time, and where you have time, you have space, is embedded in this expanse. And in all expanses. You see, we have different heavens, but within those heavens, 3 heavens, you have embedded many heavens. So you have the first heaven that has heavens within it. And you have the second heaven in the outer space in the solar system, which has many heavens within it. And then you have the third heaven, which has many heavens within it. So with all these heavens, you have expanses of those heavens, firmaments of those heavens, divide those heavens into partitions so that you have a space for each corresponding heaven. They cannot correlate or seep into each other because they carry different levels of frequencies and magnitudes of glory and what is called silent speech declaring the glory of God. And every firmament and every heaven cannot contain each corresponding ascending heaven's glory. It doesn't have the vessel for that to contain. So it has to be diffused and refracted through the medium of the upper heavens descending down. Now, what this firmament is, and when we're talking about the firmament, we're talking about particularly right now this firmament that's above the cherubim's heads. They also in the midst and surrounding, so they make up this firmament, embedded into the veil. This firmament is also a veil. It is a curtain. You see it in a vertical manner, you see it in a horizontal manner, you see. So these cherubim are surrounding the veil, embedded in the firmament, make up the firmament, but also are below this firmament as the carriers of this firmament, that the throne is above it, you see. So what this firmament has is that this firmament of lapis lazuli, clear as crystal, sapphire stone, all these explanations, descriptions of this firmament describes it as a crystal. We understand that crystal is used as a prism. This light we're talking about is the glory. This river of fire, this light, this affluence, this emanation. And we'll talk about the 4 worlds of the Kabbalah, the Sephirot. You see, here is that we have the 4 worlds of the Sephirot, starting with the highest Absolute. This is the world of emanation. This is where you would find the throne where the man, son of man, man of the likeness of a man, is sitting upon a throne. This is attached to the world of the Absolute, which is the highest and closest to the Ein Sof, the limitless, boundless, imperceivable, dwelling in approachable light. So this Absolute, this world of the Sephirot is tied to the world of emanation. It's called as lut. Emanation is light emanating downwards, creating, formulating all that is and will ever be. It's creating the simulation and the projection and the holographic universe in descending grades and magnitudes of glory, of silent speech and declaring the glory of God in the respective vessels. But they all holographically circle back to that one essence, that one essence of light refracted through the prism of the sapphire stone pavement. That firmament refracts out, creating a silent speech glory of God, declaring glory of God as a kaleidoscope in which you see all the various creations of God that speak of God, that speak of Christ, down the different layers of the heavens in their respective frame, in their respective grid that allows them to showcase the glory of God in that respective heaven and grid dome, that grid universe, you see. So we have the Azalut, the emanation, where the glory of God, the river of God, flowing from the threshold of the throne. That light seeps through the prism of the firmament, the sapphire stone, sea of glass, downwards into the second world of the Beriah. That is the world of creation. That's where all things are created. All the archetypes are created. That's where the original copy is. The original, not so much a copy, but original reality of the true essence of different manifestations of the glory of God that's seen in the second heaven and on earth through mystery, hidden and unrevealed. So this is attached to the world in which we see the heaven, in which we see the cherubim, or where it's the throne room of heaven, where we see the cherubim. All right, this is the world of Beriah, world of creation, and also this is where we get the archetype that is seen in the second heaven with the Mazzaroth in the solar system, with the 12th zodiac, 13th zodiac, of all the constellations that speak of the gospel of Jesus Christ, with the 4 cardinal signs that also circle back and mirror the 4 camps of Israel and the 12 tribes of Israel that also speak of the 12 gates of New Jerusalem, which are 4 sides, which is a cube. You see, their true essence is seen in the world of Beriah. This is the world of creation, where all things stem from. But this is also a refracted world from and through the firmament. Now, when the light and the glory of God is going through this firmament, it's distilled, it's refracted. So that true essence of what God is, who God is, the true essence of Christ, is holographically distilled and spread out to show a kaleidoscope of the many attributes of God through the universe, through the descending heavens, through the many waters, and this prism, through the medium of the firmament, disseminates this glory. And the next world we get to is the Yetzirah. That is a world of formation. That is this second heaven of the lower angels. This is the world in which we have the universe and the galaxies and the stars, the parallel realities. All these things of different worlds, of different angelic beings reside. This is the world of formation, where what is created is formed from what was created from the emanation. So it's all distilled down through a 4-step process until we get to the world of Asiya, which is the world of material universe down here in humanity. Though it's the lowest, it's also the highest, because we have the image of God and the likeness of God on earth in this material universe, which is man. And we also see the image of God, the likeness of God, man on the throne in the highest world, absolute. So what is the last is also first, you see. In the world of Asiyah, we have the world of action, where all that is emanated through the prism of the firmament, the sapphire stone, the sea of glass, and then created and then formed, is acted upon, is manifested. But it is manifested within the framework and the grid and the vessel that can contain that glory, that silent speech, that declaring glory of God on the earth. So though it is of a lower light, a lower refracted light, spread out, distilled and congealed, it still circles back and mirrors the higher realms of the Yeserah, the Beriah and Absolute, so that everything would declare the glory of God and speak of God. Now, now that I've explained that, the highlight and the key and the main meat of this video is that we're talking about, and will continue to talk about in future videos, is the sapphire stone pavement, this expanse, this firmament. Is that your flesh, your body is a firmament, is a veil. This veil, with the light that you are, the light that is within you, the glory of unlimited measure within you, as it exudes out and seeps out, goes through the firmament of your flesh as a prism in order to refract that glory. And through the refraction of that glory into various electromagnetic spectrums, it creates the declaring glory of God in silent speech into the world of action to manifest that which is in heaven upon the earth. So, the firmament of your flesh, this prism of the sapphire stone crystal, is a manifestation tool, is a mechanism and technology of creation. So, one thing that I want to leave you with is that where there is a firmament, there is that corresponding heaven of that firmament and the corresponding waters of that heaven, that dome, that sacred space and time. So with that firmament you carry when you walk around that heaven, that corresponding heaven, if you are imbuing and vibrating, activating, have activated the firmament of the sapphire stone of heaven, then you have a corresponding heaven dimension that surrounds you as a cube. And as the God of Israel came down upon the mountain and met with Moses and the 70 elders, there was a sapphire stone underneath his feet. You walk around, you have to imagine yourself walking around with a glowing sapphire pavement underneath your feet. That represents the dimension in which you live in. And we've been raised up to sit together in heavenly places in Christ Jesus, far above our principality and power, rulership, and dominion. That is where we reside, so that your position and the reality of you in heaven mirrors down to the earth. So that this center of space, four corners, the north, south, east, and west, the cube, becomes a prism, becomes a firmament in which your light, the light that is within you, the light that you are, which is the light of Christ and light of God, that emanation of the heavens, coming from the throne, the river of life flowing from within you, from your belly, flows through the prism of your body, your electromagnetic spectrum, your field, and emanates and diffuses and refracts to various spectrums into the surrounding world and the regions, you see. And you understand is that we are quantumly entangled and holographically entangled with everything in the universe, then we can affect everything in the universe no matter where we are located. So what you have around you, when you operate in a certain firmament, that corresponding heaven is also there. And where that corresponding heaven is, the reality of that heaven is also there. So the corresponding angels of those heavens are also there. And the time of that heaven is also there. And all the creatures of that heaven, that dimension, is also there. And all the potential realities of that heaven is also there. And all the blessings and spiritual blessings and treasures that is hidden in darkness is also there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.